Hello everyone, you are all welcome to lecture number 1370, and today's topic is latest very interesting topic, that is quantum properties of brain. And if you recall my previous lecture, I delivered one lecture on the award of Nobel Prize in Physics, that was on quantum tunneling. And this year, 2025, UNO has declared the year of quantum technology. So all indications are there that not slowly, very quickly, we are entering in quantum age, the age of probability, the age of uncertainty, and age of not binary number, head and tail, cheat and pull, all only two, plus minus, no. Probability of finding the wave and electron around the nucleus in the form of photon. So this quantum property is everywhere in biological system, in DNA, RNA, protein, amino acid, in bacteria, virus, whether it has brain or it is not having brain. DNA is there, genetic material is there, and all these genetic materials, they have quantum property. And how quantum properties are going to play important role in higher animals. You know, we have two group of animals. One is called, that is invertebrate, means those animals which are not having vertebrate but they have brain, neuron cells. But the other single cell, a living organism, microbes like bacteria and virus, they are single cell. They don't have brain, but brain function is there. It's because of quantum property. Quantum property means that cell without brain is having DNA, and DNA is having quantum property of DNA mutation, multiplication of the cells in bunches, in groups. And if you recall my lectures, last year I delivered this lecture that in our body, our cells, they are all having quantum property. They have networking, just like we are having our telephony networking. They have networking at quantum level, at nano level. So now with this award of Nobel Prize in quantum tunneling I have already told you in a very simple language. Barrier. Just again for recalling, there is barrier. And this barrier, if it is particle, electron, it cannot cross. It will reflect back, just like if you are hitting a ball on this cement wall, it cannot go beyond the wall, it will come back because it doesn't have that energy. And even if it has very huge energy like bullet fired, it can cross, but wall will be broken. Here in quantum tunneling concept means that the particle in the form of wave will cross this and it will reach here in the form of wave, photon in the form of quanta, bundle of energy, and that is tunneling. And now this concept of crossing the barrier without breaking has opened lot of new door of technology, understanding. And now I'm not going to repeat, but better you watch my previous lecture. I have discussed a lot about all this. But now when we are talking of quantum property of our brain, it is divided into three grouping. One is called consciousness. How we are conscious, how we have emotional feeling, how we are intelligent, how our electronic wave in the form of bundle, in the form of electron, in the form of quanta is working. And how neuron cells are playing like a quantum. Then a lot of protein molecules, amino acid, tryptophan, they are all having quantum property because they have DNA, they have electron, they have atom. All those materials which are having atom and electron, it can behave in dual nature as a wave function. That's why low, very deep quantum concept is there. Then subconsciousness. Subconsciousness means something which you are not thinking, but it is there. Anytime it can be recovered. So that is with extra bundle of energy in the form of quanta is already saved. That is subconsciousness. And unconsciousness, where simple inert xenon gas is given in the form of treatment as an anesthesia. You are out. Means you are not in your consciousness. So what type of reaction is there? How the neuron cells are behaving? There again the role of quantum state of brain is there. That's why you are not conscious, and slowly when the effect of that gas barrier slowly disappears, you will regain the same consciousness of quantum property of your brain. And here, soul, values, thinking, thought process is all in the form of bundle of energy, in the form of wave and light. That's why in our religion, I am practicing Muslim. I am not mixing Islam with all these things, but at least whatever is mentioned in our holy book, Quran, about light, that is called Noor, N-double-O-R. Always has big meaning of Noor means is quanta, is quantum. And it is quantum entanglement. That is the meaning of Noor. In 7 layers, Sat Asman, in the different layer of quantum properties in the universe, we have today with our limited knowledge. Now the door is opening that only one universe is there. No. There are several universes. Whatever we can visualize with our present limited knowledge. And that gives you the concept that is called entanglement. Entanglement. Oh, this property is governing everything. And that clears all the concept. Entanglement means if suppose clockwise your one shoe is here on earth, other shoe right is here, left is there at moon or even at Mars, it will be entangled. It will be entangled with them. They will be dancing according to their tune, and even if it is billions of light year away, they are always entangled. That is the basic fundamental concept of entanglement of quantum property. And our birds, plants, they are all having quantum property. For example, navigation of bird. There are birds who are flying from New York and reaching Africa or India, covering 10,000 kilometers. Pigeons covering 1,000 kilometers, and they are reaching to the same spot from where they took flight. Is all magnetic quantum property of navigation. Only quanta is giving the navigation direction in the form of entanglement. That's why they can cover 10,000 kilometers and they can reach to their same destination across the Atlantic. Like plants. Plants, they are also following a quantum property. And like your DNA. DNA is also having quantum property. That's why DNA duplication and mutation of DNA all is covered by quantum. So I'm going to show you some of the images to understand. This is very clear scanned copy of DNA molecule, and it is showing the vibration and wave that is known as quantum dot. So all DNA molecules, they have quantum properties, very clear indication, and it is a really very interesting research in 2025 that all matter, living, non-living, plant, animal, they are all having that is called quantum property. This is your quantum property of protein molecule in the form of phonon. And yesterday I discussed about the difference in phonon and photon. Phonon is that when the electrons are in between two molecules or ions, and that condition is phonon property, and it is nothing but the quantum property of protein molecule. It is bird's brain, and bird's brain, they have very strong electromagnetic navigation, and that navigation is because of the presence of quantum property. That's why birds can navigate thousands and thousands of kilometers across the Atlantic Sea. This is the whole picture of this Earth planet and how north and south poles are navigated, and that is out of quantum property in the form of wave. This is photosynthesis, and how the leaf, they are absorbing photon in the form of energy, and it is accelerated because guard cells are there, and two guard cells that is made up, that is stomata. Stoma is the opening, and from there the sunlight enters, and extra accelerated energy is provided to do the synthesis by the combination of water and carbon dioxide from atmosphere. So there will be synthesis, and in presence of green color, that is called chlorophyll. So all these processes are nothing but they have quantum properties. This is inside your brain, neuron cells. So all these neuron cells you can say in the form of wave and bunches, and that is quantum state. They are dancing, they are not having any fixed position, and lot of wave in the form of wave function is produced, and that is called quantum property of nerve cells in the brain. It is called xenon inert gas anesthesia treatment, and this inert gas anesthesia is playing important role to interact with neuron cells, and that interaction is nothing but a quantum property of neuron cells, and interaction with that makes man to go from conscious to unconscious state. And then once there is the impact of xenon gas is over slowly, and then he will regain the consciousness. Why you are going like this? This is the quantum state of microtubule, is a bundle, bunches of cells inside neuron, and they play a very important role for this transmitter and all those electrical signals. And also tryptophan amino acid is having quantum property, and because of that the synthesis of protein takes place in the form of serotonin and so many other brain transmitters. This is micro tubule structure which is found in neuron cells, and they are playing important role, and they have a quantum property. So you have seen all the images. Now let me give you in brief about consciousness. Consciousness is having quantum property, uncertainty in the form of wave, in the form of bundle of energy, quanta, and it is rooted in quantum, arises from quantum vibrations, and that electrical signal in the form of vibration is not appropriate. We can say in the form of quantum vibration, which is not there in your data vibration. That is called quantum vibrations in microtubules, which are present in the form of bundle, and that is within neuron cells. B. Subconsciousness. Subconscious is a quantum process. Is involved extra energy in the form of quanta of photon, and which are stored, and that extra quantum property of bundle of energy is used as a subconscious. Slowly it can be regained and recovered. That is called subconsciousness. Unconsciousness. Unconsciousness is the recent research suggests anesthesia provide insights into the potential quantum nature of the consciousness, and where we can give the example of xenon gas makes unconscious because of its interaction with the neuron cells, and of course there is disturbance of quanta, the bundle of energy. So it is handwritten summary of quantum properties of brain as well as everything, every matter in every state. So that is really still, it is very difficult to understand unless we have some basic concept of dual nature of electron, which behaves as a particle and as a wave. So here once we say quantum means in the form of wave. So here quantum properties, number one, it plays important role in our brain consciousness. When we are working, we are conscious, we can see, we can talk, we can discuss, we can think, intelligence, problem solving, everything is all quanta. So consciousness is rooted in quantum process, the orchestrated objective reduction theory, that is called ORCS. OR is a very powerful theory of quantum property. Theory proposed consciousness arises from quantum vibration. There are two types of vibration. One vibration because of flow of electron, other vibration because of photon, wave, in the form of wave, light. That vibration is called quantum vibration. In micro tubules, that is bundle of cells inside the neuron, within neurons, and these vibrations can lead to quantum superposition. And once it has reached to super quantum position, just like superconductivity, then it is all above. And entanglement means probability, no certainty. You cannot fix the position. That in that state our brain goes. That is called consciousness of the brain in the form of quantum property, and giving rise to conscious awareness. So what awareness we are having of everything around us is all quantum property. Number two, subconsciousness. Subconsciousness means sometimes people they relate it to supernatural power or soul, spiritual power, all this, but it is a type of quanta, bundle of energy stored, and whenever it is needed, it is recovered in the form of entanglement. That is subconsciousness. So quantum process is involved in subconsciousness processing in the form of extra bundle of photon, that is quantum energy stored. Number three, unconsciousness, where anesthesia, xenon inert gas plays important role. So how it plays important role? That is quantum property of the brain. That's why we become unconscious out of inert gas, xenon. So that is unconsciousness, anesthesia, xenon gas provide insights into the potential quantum nature. Research publications found that microtubule and xenon binding is there, One xenon gas is there, then microtubule will be binded, and that's you will go down to your state of quantum state of unconsciousness, and that binding delay unconsciousness supporting the quantum property of brain. Then number 4, protein cells show quantum property. Everything, wherever there is electron and atom, electron is dual nature. It can behave as a quanta, means wave, as a particle Newtonian group. So that's why I discussed you in previous lecture, two group of scientists were fighting for many years. Newtonian group, who believed in particle, Einstein, de Broglie group, who believed in wave. And today that one is more dominant, that is everything is in quantum state, entanglement. So the protein structure within neuron cells exhibit quantum properties. I have already given you a lot of explanation, no need to repeat. Then number 5, plant show quantum property. So how plant they show quantum property? First, photosynthesis. I have given enough explanation. And then second, that is magneto-reception by the bird, and they can navigate is because of your quantum entanglement. The quantum entanglement by migratory birds, and with that they can navigate tens and thousands of kilometers across the Atlantic. Then number 6, that is quantum property in biological system. The whole biological system is governed by quantum properties. All are having quantum properties because every biological process starts with cell. Cell means DNA. DNA means atom and electron. So first is quantum coherence has been observed in the protein. So coherence is very important, which is observed in all these molecules. And DNA mutation is also quantum property. Then enzymes also show quantum properties, and quantum properties are not unique. It's not something new. It is happening. It is there. Unique to human brain and maybe fundamental to biological process. So with this I will stop. Thank you very much for watching the lecture.